Hi gamers. I'm sure you've been as busy gaming as I have. So many great games that have come out recently, and I'd like to share some of my thoughts on some of these games that I've just finished. First up, Batman Arkham City. Now, I've said it before, I'm sure it was a really big shock how great a game Batman Arkham Asylum was, from a developer that practically no one had heard from before. And it was a great action adventure game with almost a Metroid Prime style exploration and opening up new areas with your new abilities. So it had a great sense of adventure. And what Arkham City does is it really gives a major overhaul in the game world, where you're not just in tunnels and rooms. You have a full city in which to explore and fight with various goons. Still, it's basically the same game with the same fighting mechanics and same basic premise, except that, well, I do appreciate the larger playing area and even more secrets to uncover. I guess the single player game, if you just breeze through the the main campaign without any exploration, it's quite short. But to me, the meat of the game is really in the secrets. No, I haven't found all Riddler trophies, but I did practically everything else in the game. And tons and tons and tons of Batman characters, both heroes and villains alike. It's really it kept you on the edge of your seat, because you never knew who you could stumble upon, and when you did stumble upon, an arch villain, you never knew if it's gonna be a boss fight or if it's gonna be your friend this time around, if they're gonna stick around for the rest of the game or just be there for that 1 minute. So it was a really varied story with lots of characters. So Batman fans really dig this game, I'm sure. Of course, well, I guess the main criticism, well, the only criticism somebody might have is that the fighting mechanics are well, they could be, well, they are complex, of course, but you really, unless you're playing on a really high difficulty setting, you really don't need to unlock all the moves and start using all the various finishing moves and all that. You really can just mash a couple of buttons, of course, with the right timing, but still. So in a sense, the fighting mechanics are as complex as you want them to be. So that's a bit of a double-edged sword, but it really isn't the game's fault. I think it's great that it gives that feeling of you can choose. People with I don't know, less talent in gaming can just mash through the fights and get over the game quickly if they want, but also you can just explore and take the fighting to the max if you so choose. So there's great variety in that too. So Batman Arkham City was a great game, and I'd suggest anyone who hasn't picked this up yet to, I don't know, maybe wait until you can find it a bit cheaper. No need to pay full price for it at this point, but definitely get this. This is one of the best of the year. Next up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm not sure if I can say anything original about this game, because it really is more of the same. It's been done many times in this same generation even, and well, I guess I'll start with the multiplayer, which sure I played it. I enjoy it with especially if you have some friends with you. You know, it's really boring to do it on your own, but with some friends it's great fun to you know, win and lose together. So that's the main reason I play multiplayer. But it really is just it's really a shame, because you know, Black Ops, it really was a popular game on Xbox Live, and on the PlayStation 3 people really played it, and played it for a full year, and then came Modern Warfare 3, and the group is divided, I guess. So well, I guess more people play this now than Black Ops, but it really isn't necessary to bring out a new Call of Duty every year. It just it's a bit of a waste. But of course Activision wants to capitalize on the series, and yeah, I guess they still can get away with it, and people will buy it. But there really isn't that much need to. Well, if you've gone max prestige. So this is, you know, a new game is of course a new start for you. So those kind of guys, of course, jump at the opportunity to start a new game. But for the rest of you who haven't gone the full maximum prestiges, there's not really that much reason to get this game. Multiplayer wise, of course, there's the single player, which again, it's a short, like the previous games, it's really short, about 5 hours or so, and they are really running out of ideas with it. You know, they did, I hope this isn't a spoiler, but they did the underwater scene again, and helicopter riding numerous times again. There was the sniper mission and the sneaking mission, and yeah, everything was here on Modern Warfare 3 again. Well, I do have to give it to the developers that they did manage to drop my jaw a couple of times with, so they're not completely out of ideas for set pieces, but out of the 5 hours, I really have to, I'm not even exaggerating by saying that in the 5 hours there were literally 5 set pieces or firefights that really caught my attention, that were really something special. So they are few and far between, and as such, yeah, I can understand why people keep buying Call of Duty all over again. Well, I'm one of those people, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be getting the next one. So I kind of reached my limit with this one. There's only so many times I can, you know, you can always see when the scripted event is coming, and you'll just know what's gonna happen. So it doesn't really offer you that much anymore if you played the previous games. So a bit of a sad but true thing here. And actually, I'd like to use this as a bridge to my next game, and that is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Now, I really don't get the people that say that Nintendo is doing Zelda all over again. They're just reusing the same ideas. Just to give you an example, there's in this generation, there's been 3 Gears of War games, 3 Uncharted's, I guess 4 Halos, 4 Assassin's Creeds, and 7 Call of Duties, which are, you know, those games are alike. Zelda's. Zelda's, Nintendo is always experimenting. They throw out entire control schemes and graphical styles and ways to tell the story. Every Zelda game is something different, and 7 Call of Duty games in this generation alone, when there has been a total of 5 Zeldas ever, 3D Zeldas across 3 generations. So in my book, that really isn't repetitive and reusing the same ideas all over again, not by a long shot. Nintendo is always thinking about doing something a bit differently. To me, Skyward Sword is it's actually a combination of the things that they've done differently in the past. It kind of has the same melancholy mood as Majora's Mask. It has the graphical style, well, similar graphical style as Wind Waker. A bit of a cel shading here, and well, of course, the control scheme of Twilight Princess, but much improved. And all in all, this I have to say that this isn't one of the best Zeldas. I do put Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker above this, but this is still a fantastic game, and no Wii owner should be without it. And well, even if you don't own a Wii, it really is one of the defining games of this generation to me. It really is the best motion control game there's been made ever. I'm sure it will be surpassed, of course, in the future, but this really is what the Wii was all about when it was announced, and it's realized here. Of course, there are some points where the controls are not quite as responsive that you'd like, but those are minor niggles, in my opinion. The fighting and especially the puzzles are, they really gain a lot from the Motion Plus control when done with moderation and good taste, as I think Nintendo has done here. It's I'll say it again, it's the best motion control game that has been made. The major gripe in the internet of the game is, of course, Fi, your counselor, which I never got the people complaining about Navi in Ocarina of Time, but I can sympathize with people complaining about Fi. She keeps talking about things that every gamer who has ever played a Zelda game will know inside and out, and she never stops talking about them. Why would you need to tell me my hearts are low for the 10th time? I know my hearts are low, you don't have to tell me. So Nintendo really should have put up a toggle button or something like that to turn, the obvious stuff on or off. Of course, many people play this as their first Zelda game and need some help, but for the veterans it was quite frustrating. Also, some more minor niggles here and there with every time you pick up a bug as your first time in that play session, you get this lengthy intro, and well, of course it's a couple of seconds, but it still builds up the tension. Some small stuff. I'm quite surprised that Nintendo stumbled on these small little details that kind of build up during the gameplay and irk you even more as the hours go by, but still minor stuff. It's the big picture that counts here, and Skyward Sword really doesn't disappoint. I was kind of scared at the amount of play areas in the game, but once I played the game more, my worries were misguided. The play areas really expanded a lot and offered more and more, and even though I was initially kind of put off by the game world, it really delivered in the end. And especially, it's funny how maybe it's just me as a Zelda fan, but the story really moved me, especially the beginning of the game, where Link and Zelda finally get to be normal people in the game. They aren't, Zelda isn't immediately whisked away by some evildoer and Link has to save the princess, but they are just ordinary people in Skyloft. And it's great that we got a chance to see their normal lives, and the rest of the story is all the more important to the gamer after that. And the ending, I'm not gonna spoil it to you, but it really is a treat for the Zelda fans. I really couldn't have thought of a better ending, or rather a beginning to the whole series, as this is chronologically the first game in the series. So great story, and you don't need voice acting or high definition graphics to convey the emotion in the game. So that was also one of the bigger triumphs of Nintendo with Skyward Sword. I guess that's it for now. I've talked for way too long. Now back to Skyrim, and I'll talk about that game in my next video of recent gaming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.